right, let's look at the rules for multiplying and dividing with sig figs. So you're going to round your answer to the lowest number of sig figs of any value in the problem. So let's look at a couple examples. So this first example here, we're just going to go look at all the values in the problem. So we have 2.4 that has 2 sig figs, and we have 2.000. These are trailing zeros, but there is a decimal, so they are significant. So this has 4 sig figs. So we're going to go ahead and just do the calculation as normal and write down the full answer. These are also trailing zeros with a decimal, so they are significant. So as written, this value would have 4 sig figs, but we know that our answer can only have the lowest number of sig figs of any value in the problem. So we see that that is 2. So we need to round our answer to 2 sig figs. So we're going to count 1, 2 sig figs, and cut our answer off here. We're going to look to this next value, and if it's less than 5, we don't have to round up. So our answer here is going to be 4.8, which has 2 sig figs. All right, let's look at this next problem. So let's look at each value. So the first value, 3.40, a trailing zero with a decimal, is significant. So this has 3 sig figs. 1.6 has 2 sig figs. And 520 has 2 sig figs because this trailing zero is in a value without a decimal, so it is not significant. All right, so you're going to go ahead and just plug it into your calculator and write it all out. Then you're going to figure out which of these as written are significant. So these are leading zeros, which are never significant. So we're going to start here and mark these values as significant. Then we're going to round our answer to the lowest number of sig figs of any value in the problem. So we have 3, 2, and 2. So the lowest would be 2. So we need our answer to have 2 sig figs. So we're going to count 1, 2 sig figs, cut it off after 2. Look to the next number. It is less than 5, so we are not going to round up. So our answer will be 0.010, which has 2 sig figs.